The group in Port Harcourt arrests 2 suspected street lights vandals. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources visit Port Harcourt refineries. Chief of Defence Staff vows to avenge death of soldiers killed by bandits in Niger State. National Youth Service Corps confirms Minister of Culture and Arts as a 7-corps member. On the foreign scene, Russian president signs decree mandating paramilitary fighters to swear to Russian flag. I am Kalad Bulletin. Vice Chancellor of University Bulletin says no student during yesterday's armed robbery attack at the 3 female hostels of the institution. Professor Okebule said this during the press conference. Professor Okebule said effective the unfortunate armed attack in the school will meet safety and well-being students.
This university is committed to the safety, welfare, and well-being of students. It's because as lecturers, this isolated event of yesterday is something that surprised everybody, and it's something that we have taken active steps to ensure that if people are talking about rape, let me make it abundantly clear. The vision was raped.
The Vice Chancellor said an innovative institute on the course of art university managed replaced phones and field laptops collected from some students.
When the hoodlums got in, they were able to collect the phones of some students at the field hostel. They collected the phones of about 20 students and the laptops of 10 students as management in order to actually look at the matter fully and ascertain the cause and what happened, why that brief security took place. Decided to constitute a committee to investigate what really happened, assured that the government will implement the decisions of that committee.
Professor Okebule also spoke on the security measures in the HA, AUDA, and MR campuses.
We have security staff there. In addition to that, we have policemen in of the campuses to ensure there is a security. The young men and women, them are not free. Next week, we're going to begin the campus and sensitize them and then talk and ensure that they comply basic rules. Even tell them to enforce those rules later.
But the institution insists that one of her colleagues was raped during yesterday's attack. The student has to remain anonymous to a correspondent that the rape victim was taken to hospital yesterday but has now been taken away by her parents. Moving on. 2 persons suspected of vandalizing lights have been arrested by the Fire Security Watch today. Shamaga Security Watch Victor Oaji said suspects were caught when he responded to a distress call. Mr. Oaji identified the suspects as Emeka and Chibuike.
This morning around 2 o'clock, my boss in Frugade Market called me. These boys that vandalize this government Amot Cable have come. They are vandalizing Amot Cable in the D-line area there, and they also break that their tent. Immediately, I swing that men to the scene. Obtain that place, the boys started us and started running. We have to arrest 2 of them and hand over the position for investigation.
Victor told the River State government to support their operation to enhance their efforts.
It's us because we don't have ability to come use this boss whenever I come to. So this government assists us.
The captured suspects have now been handed over to Obasanjo Petition. Correspondent Mekonka reports that a spokesperson of the man, Grace Ringe Koko, yet to confirm the incident. Recall that the police collaborating with the Fire Security Watch are 12 fraudsters for allegedly a newborn baby at the Anthony waterfront in Ireland. In other news, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Oil, Ainike Nlokogbiri, has reassured Nigerians that the refineries in the country will come on stream soon. The minister spoke during a tour of the Port Harcourt refineries today.
Yeah, Port Harcourt refinery by the end of the year, when it comes on stream, we're producing about 40,000 to 60,000 worry. Maybe that's February next year. We will produce 75,000 barrels per day. And we believe it can be to come on by the end of next year. The road for refinery will be fully rehabilitated by the end of next year. If we don't come to here, we won't be able to know the effect of that. And we believe that Nigerians should expect better supply of oil, better economy.
Mr. Nlokogbiri explained further about the state of the Port Harcourt refinery.
We'll go to all the refineries in the country. In Port Harcourt, we'll go to Warri, we'll go to Kaduna, and we'll go to Dangote refinery, where it also has our own objective is to ensure that in the next years, Nigeria stops for importation. And that's why we're here, to see the extent of work done, and we're satisfied with what we have seen here. From what we have seen here, Port Harcourt will come on board by the end of the year. Warri will start by the first quarter of next year, and then Kaduna will come on stream towards the end of next year.
Policy is very simple, that of encouraging invest in that sector so that we have it in abundance. The vehicles will be converted to appreciate the usage of CNG. We will be going green in that aspect of it. So there is desperate and dedicated effort of God to make sure gas is available, which of course will reduce the cost of the gas in the vehicle.
Correspondent Suibio Ruwari reports that the two ministers of state were in Port Harcourt to assess the level of ongoing rehabilitation at the Port Harcourt refineries. Meanwhile, Nigeria Info FM can authoritatively report that the rehabilitation and upgrade work at the Port Harcourt refineries is in progress. Recall that President Bulletin recently assured that one of the refineries will start production in December 2023. Correspondent Suibio Ruwari, who visited the refinery, reports that the workers of the main contractor, Technimont TCM, handling the rehabilitation work, including other subsidiary companies, were on site. It was gathered that the work is at 69.9% stage of completion, even as work in areas 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 tank farms responsible for the storage of crude and finished products, among other facilities in the implementation. First, also gathered while the old refinery, which has 60 barrels per day, may come on stream in December this year, as promised by the government. The new refinery, with a capacity of 150,000 barrels a day, is expected to start production in late 2024. Recall that 2024 federal sum of 1.5 billion for full rehabilitation and upgrade of the Port Harcourt refineries. The chairman of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Emmanuel Ikechi, says that poor town plan is one of the causes of congestion and building collapse in real estate. Mr. Chiku said this on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire today. The town plan called for review of state and local government master plan.
Planning is a governmental activity. For you to be a town planner, you duties, and I learned it was someone in the government that did that. That is the level of impunity we are talking about. So if people around there saw what happened, of course, and tomorrow they see these people coming to their own side, they will do what they want to do.
The people of Ogbogoro community in Obiakpo local government area of River State have commended the state government for identifying the Ogbogoro route as one of the places where the proposed ring road will pass through. The paramount ruler of Ogbogoro, His Royal Highness Eze Felix Amadi, who addressed newsmen at the community town hall, commended Governor Fugbara for identifying the need to construct internal roads to link the ring road, which he said boost economic activities in the community and state at large. Eze Amadi also used the opportunity to congratulate former Governor Nyesom Wike for his appointment as the Minister of the Federal Territory, describing the appointment as pride not only for the Ikwere people but Rivers people. The paramount ruler expressed confidence that the former governor, Nyesom Wike, will deliver on the seat.
It was a thing of joy that our son, the first time in the history of Nigeria, somebody from South, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, has made not just Ikwebu proud, he's going to deliver the responsibility of that position. I wish to also thank Konfubara. They discovered that the internal roads will be a serious boost to what the government plans to do when it comes to infrastructural development.
The Ogbogoro monarch clarified issues about court orders concerning his stool, stating that the court has vacated every order stopping him from parading as the ruler. He advised those involved in filing such suits and those circulating fake news about the stool to desist, but join hands to rebuild the committee. Eze Amadi also spoke about the positive impact of the New Yam Festival of the community, which he said will be hosted soon.
We are not very peace-loving people. You hear people brandishing papers just to destabilize the community. And we are also made frantic effort to let the authorities know that there are people who are bent on causing confusion in different guise. And that is why when they went to deceive Nigeria discovered what they say was lie. They brandishing that they stopped me from parading myself as the
one of the representatives of the Ogbogoro Executive Council, Emmanuel Umar, and the representative of the Community Development Committee, while commending the efforts of the paramount ruler in ensuring peace and development, advised indigents of the community who may be aggrieved to sheath their sword and return to the main fold and embrace the existing peace.
Royal Highness really approved with peace, and that peace is going on today. And I'm very happy. Since he came back, he had been piloting that peace to the remotest kindred in Ogbogoro land.
Try to talk reason into people's mind to come together to move this community forward in a better position. The people that have gone on trying to put this community into crisis are enemies of. We look forward to seeing them, but the call to them has been that they should come back. They should toe the line of reasoning and come back to build the community and make it better.
Time for a quick commercial break, but still to come. National Youth Service Corps confirms Minister of Culture and Art as a 7 Corps member. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You are
Thank you for staying tuned. Welcome back now to the rest of the newscasts. Musa event of personnel killed bandits in date. General Musa said the burial of military personnel who died recently encountered an air crash in Niger State. National Military Cemetery every day. General Musa said perpetrators will be hunted down by all means.
Today, what is invest them, pay for them, and will ensure that this must pay for it. And you need to call all commanders, all troops, all over Nigeria. We must and those that have continued to kill our men, wherever they are, we will get them out, smoke them out, and we ensure another person.
The defense chief, who also presented national flags to the next of kin of the killed soldiers, assured them that deaths of their loved ones will not be in vain. The management of the National Youth Service Corps has got the Minister of Agriculture, Anat Musawa, is A7 Komba. The spokesperson for the NYC, the Megwa, affirms this. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria sees the National Youth Service or the ministerialization now in business. Nine products low to 2.51% year-on-year. Says he was 5 years old when Peace Quest busybody song was in sports. The House of Representatives ad hoc committee on the final officials of the women's national team at the 2019 World Cup in France.
And now, bringing news from around the world.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a decree that mandates paramilitary fighters to swear an oath to the Russian flag. The decree, which was signed today, is aimed at forming the spiritual and moral foundations for the defense of the Russian Federation. It applies to members of volunteer formations, a term usually used to describe mercenary groups. On the news this evening, you heard the Vice Chancellor of the River State University says no student of the institution was raped during yesterday's attack, as student disagrees. A vigilante group in Port Harcourt has arrested two suspected streetlights vandals. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources has visited the Port Harcourt refineries. The Chief of Defence Staff has vowed to avenge the death of soldiers killed by bandits in Niger State. The National Youth Service Corps has confirmed that the Minister of Culture and Art is a 7 Corps member. On the foreign scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a decree mandating paramilitary fighters to swear an oath to the Russian flag. The news was edited by WhatsApp to the number 8717215. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Kala Dakuru Batabu. Good evening. Conversation continue on Hard Facts after the commercial break. Stay tuned.